that where I just answer Len's question quickly. And Jason will go over this as well. The 1497 will probably only last 2 to 3 weeks, not very long. So we'll have a more definitive date for you, I'm guessing, by the end of next week. But certainly look at it as the next 2 or 3 weeks maximum.
Yeah,
in fact, I would go 2 weeks.
So
yeah.
And really, it's just, again, it's a launch period to get it out there and stuff like that. I mean, the system's proven to work. It's worked, for a couple hundred associates that I've had over the years and stuff like that. This is the first time that I've actually taken this knowledge and packaged it up, and put it out there with the world. Usually it's just, my close inner circle of associates and business network that I share this information with. So we do want to get this out on, to as many new and existing business owners as possible. And not only be limited by that, but also start thinking about like network marketers, direct sales, MLM individuals, because they're entrepreneurs. They are technically business owners that can utilize this knowledge and information to really take their business to the next level and help their sales. Because you have to think a lot of those individuals are using their own personal cash and credit to fund their MLM, direct marketing and sales like that. But now with this information, this knowledge, they can use other people's money to do that. So, hey, first and foremost, before I dive into anything here, if you know people that are in MLM, direct sales, network marketing, those are definitely people that you're going to want to reach out to right away, because look, they're already using their personal cash and credit to fund and buy and purchase those things, And look, I've got friends in network marketing, and they're some of my best clients. I get referrals from them all the time for the 2X credit system. They're talking business, they're talking credit. Hey, you need to call Jason, and he's got this great 2X credit system here that can really help your business. So start thinking outside of the box. Don't think of just the brick and mortar shops out there, but start thinking about those individuals. I'm huge into the ClickFunnels world and to the online sales and digital marketing world. And trust me, when I go to ClickFunnels events and I'm speaking with hundreds of different people and sharing the knowledge of information on what the 2X credit system and what it can do for them and their business, it's huge. I grab people's attention. People start asking questions. They want to know more about my story and how they can do this for their business, whether they're selling digital books, digital courses, you name it. So don't think just brick and mortar or just like the local landscaping service. We're in a world, America is a land of entrepreneurs and business owners. And what I call them is entrepreneurs, people that want to be entrepreneurs, but they're held back. And typically they're held back because of, their thoughts. They're held back because of lack of the capital or the credit to do so. And one of the reasons that I really strongly advocate this system for new business owners is because it shows them how to 2X their credit. It shows them how to, establish and build a business and how to get business credit and cash funding for that to help alleviate some of that stress and that pressure of not having the cash or credit to start the business. 21 years of owning several businesses and being an entrepreneur since I was 13, there's a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that I learned over the course of time. Trust me, if I was like 18, 19 again, and if I knew about business credit and if I knew about the world of business, life would be dramatically changed. I mean, my life is great right now, but to think if I would have had that knowledge and experience back then. But I digress of that. So first and foremost, let's step in here and get the system working here. All right, so we don't want that image. So share the screen. So let me pull up. Hold on 1 second. Ray, did you have a question or something? All right, stop shared screen.
Hey, Jason.
Yep.
This is Greg again. I want to ask you a question. On your field here, you have username, and then you have password. In your password, are you also required to put a number or a symbol in it?
Yeah, that's for security measures.
Okay, that's what I'm missing then. That's why I'm not going on. I put a number or any symbol in it. It didn't ask for it. Normally, then when you have a field like that, it explains that you should put, a number or a symbol to make it work. So that's what I've been missing. That's probably.
I'll make a note on that. So let's just. Did that work? Did you get that set up?
No, I just happened to think about it.
Okay. Is everybody seeing the screen right now? The 2X affiliate screen?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just go through a simple walkthrough here, because I'm going to create a fictitious account, and then we'll go into the account because there's something in there that I want you to access. So first and foremost, if you see the red asterisk there, that means it's a required field. So I'm just going to, Jane Doe 2021, do Jane 2021. Just going to go through some fictitious email here. Jane Doe 2021. Now we go to one of my websites. Now you can put your company name if you want, or if you want to be paid by check as an affiliate, definitely put that in there. And if you have a website address or anything like that, please put that in there. It's not a requirement, but we just like to do our due diligence on stuff. So hold on one second here. Yeah, it's just a solicitor. So obviously then enter your name in here. Doe 1 2 3 4 5 6 Nowhere Street. And so we'll just put Woodstock, Georgia. And then here, how should we pay? So look, guys, we can pay you a check, money order. We do our setup with PayPal corporate, and then we also use Stripe. So we can make payments through those. So just pick whatever is convenient for you. We'll just put check and money order for now. Obviously, there is a terms and service agreement here. I highly recommend that you do read that because it is important. It just goes over what the commission structure is. It's just, the legalese that we need to have in place to cover ourselves and also to protect you as an affiliate. And then click on I have read and understand and agree to this. And then create the account. And then never, and then I'm just going to log into this account. All right, so this is where I'm pending on that. So I have to go into a different account here, one that I know is active. So keep in mind, you are not automatically approved for an affiliate account. So we obviously, when Steve says, look, I've had interaction with this individual, and I think that they would make a great affiliate. We correspond and communicate about that, and then we go in, we activate your account. So it's not right out of the gates, everybody. So hold on one second here. That's the problem about working from your spouse's computer. You don't have access to all your passwords. So let's see. All right, 1 second here. We'll get this.
Hey, I've got it if you want it.
What's that?
I've got your username and password.
Do you? Yeah, if you can just put it in the chat box.
The right one.
Anyone works, it doesn't matter. So. Did you put it in the chat, bud?
I'm about to right now. Oh, does it give me the password? It gives me the username. Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah, I need them both, but.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I just got username, first name, and last name. That's as much as I've got, Jason. Sorry about that, dude.
Not a big deal. We'll take you into the back office here. All right, I'm going to stop the share for a second here while I access the back office. So. Okay, while I'm doing this, let me go ahead and just talk about some other things here. So first and foremost, we will have a training guide, an affiliate training guide that will be uploaded in the affiliates area probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Steve will send out everybody an email to let you know that it is in the affiliate area. As far as training, right now we are up to 27 pages in that. We will probably finish off at about 50 or 60 pages. And it's just going to walk you through the training. It's going to walk you through the 2X credit system, give you a little bit of background about it. And really what I believe will give you enough information to go out and you know, confidently share the information about the 2X credit system with, you know, people that you're talking with on that. So. And we also have some new banners that we're going to be uploading into the affiliates area. So that's also exciting. So just different sizes. And once we get something figured out with ClickFunnels, you will be able to post the banners directly through the affiliate system to your social media. So through like Facebook and through Twitter and Instagram, that will be directly through your affiliate system. And so once that is done and we make sure that we've tested it, that there will be a training video also in regards to that to show you how to do that. Worked today, it worked you know, about 90% of the way, but we did have a glitch with it that we are working on getting resolved. So. All right. All right, so I got locked out of the system there. So not a big deal. All right, here we are back in. Sorry, that took a little bit of time. Again, I'm not on one of my computers here. Can everybody see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. So I know that Steve had addressed a question here that people were wondering, well, look, I already have people that are interested and invested in the 2X credit system to get access to that. So this is the simplest way. So there's actually 3 different ways that, we can process a payment for that transaction. Obviously, in a perfect world, I would like them to at least watch the webinar or go to the 2X credit website to get some information on that. But, look, if you already talked with somebody and they're confident, they're like, yeah, sign me up, like yesterday, and they're excited about the system and what it can do for them, then there's 3 ways that we can process payments. So first and foremost is a direct link for a payment. And so here's what I want you to do. So when you're inside the affiliate website, I want you to basically disregard everything for the time being. I want you to go to marketing materials. And so as you can see, there's a drop down here. Forget everything else on there. We will have videos later. We'll have that social media training. We'll have the banners and stuff like that. But right now, I just want you to go down to email links. And then on the email links, right there, you see marketing group. It's 2X credit system. That's the only one that I want you to focus on right now, because that's where we're running the promo for the discount, the $1,000 off right now. So you want to click on the 2X credit system -discount link. And that's the only link that I want you to focus on, because this is the link that you're going to be sending to people. So you click on this and then go display email links. And so as you can see right here, if you're putting this on a website, there's a website link here, but right here, you just grab this link out here, copy that. And as you can see, it's got the affiliate page, and then it's got your ID right here. So this is the affiliate ID right there. That 1255 is the affiliate ID. And then if I come up here and just put that in here, that's going to take them to this landing page. And this is the discount landing page. And so this just gives, on the right, it gives them, obviously an image of the system there. It gives them a brief snapshot of what's included with the program. Everything that we go over, the secret reports 1, 2, and 3, the 24 business credit modules, the 6 months private members access, the 100+ creditor cheat sheets, the 2X credit coaching session, 3 months VIP, 10X revolving, and so much more. Also the bonuses, total value of $29,529. And there should be a discount over here. I'm not sure why that's not pulling up. I will make that adjustment as soon as this webinar is done, and this link will have the $14.97 on that. So as soon as this webinar is done, 5 minutes, we'll have that link changed, and it will be a $14.97 price tag. And we do process through Stripe. Stripe accepts Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. As you can see right there, we do process that through there. And if somebody wants to, they can go through the webinar, they can go to the website and the whole process with that, and they can go to the discount link. But we can also accept direct payments. So direct payments, let's say somebody doesn't want to make a purchase online. There are people that still don't, make payments online. They can contact me directly. And what we can do is we can either send them out a Stripe link, we can send them a PayPal link, or we can do a check over the phone, or we can process a payment over the phone, whatever they feel comfortable with. So there are options to accept a payment to give business owners access to this system. We'll manually get them set up in our system. That's not a big issue. Obviously, we want to get this in the hands of as many new and existing business owners as possible out there. So, if you do have somebody that's interested in the system, there are multiple ways that we can accept payments on that. Obviously, we would like to do a direct tracking if possible. That way you can get full credit on that. But look, if you've got a point of contact with them, if you're already communicating with them and they reach out to us and we process the payment, all you have to do is reach out to Steve or myself, or send an email to support and say, hey, Jason, Steve, John Doe, Jane Doe, purchased the program. I just want to make sure that I make you aware that that was my referral, and I'd like to get credit for that. And obviously, after we go through the process of, vetting them and making sure that it's a legitimate transaction, which obviously I'm going to assume it is if you know the person they're sending to us, but then obviously we will release the commission on that. Now, obviously, if it's going through links and stuff like that, we do have a commission schedule, which is usually the 15th and the first of the month after we've vetted the consumers, and there's been no chargebacks pertaining to that. So does anybody have any questions about that real fast? Steve,
Nope.
can you screen any questions if they're there?
No questions on this.
Okay.
Hold on, Jason, just before you proceed,
Sure.
can you just quickly type yes if you're with us so far, you understand everything Jason has said? Just type yes in the chat box, please. Okay, that's Len, that's Matt. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Guys, do me one favor, because I'm very used to doing Zoom chats here, and so is Jason. Don't be shy on these calls. If there's anything you don't understand or you want us to go through it again, don't hide your light under a bushel. You know, come forward and say, hey, I don't understand this, or can you go through it again? Because we're not going to go through it multiple times. If you're not sure, let us know now.
And you know something, you're doing me a favor by asking questions, because obviously as this continues to grow and evolve, your questions are very valuable to us, because obviously you have a question, we've got an answer, and obviously future affiliates will probably have similar questions. So that way we can strengthen our system and we can add more FAQs and direct individuals to that, you know, as this continues to grow. All right, so now that we've got the affiliate sign up out of the way, we've got the ways that we can process payments with this. You know, if you have any questions with that, just let me know. Even after this webinar, you're always free to reach out to myself or Steve. Typically, we share, you know, the support at 2xcredit.com email address. So I would say send your questions there, or any insider feedback on that. So getting started on promoting the 2X credit system is what I really want to talk about, you know, because a lot of people have been asking that question. Well, how do I get started? Well, really, the best way to get started is know the program, know the system that you are going to be promoting. And obviously, if you've been on these webinars, I do go over this. And obviously, we do have that evergreen webinar that was 1 hour and 45 minutes. Now, I'm also proud to announce that, look, I redid that evergreen webinar and it's down to 1 hour. And that would be uploaded tonight. I just had to process through it, and that will be up tonight. So if somebody asks how long is this webinar that I have to watch, it's only 1 hour and it covers everything. I just, you know, condensed a lot of the excess talking that I did, and we took out some of the slides that I felt were unnecessary and, you know, defeated the purpose of that video. So it is down to 1 hour, everybody. That will be up tonight. So we'll just be switching out the one that's online right now. That is still active. I'll just be switching out tonight. So if you really want to know how to start promoting this, first and foremost, you go through the webinar, you watch it. You watch the long version while it's still up. And if you'd like access to that, we can always send you a link to that. But you also watch the short hour version. And the reason for that is because, look, version 1, which was 1 hour and 45 minutes, has a lot of information. It has a lot of additional information that I shared. Version 2 is straight to the point about the system, what it includes, and how it helps the business owner out. So obviously, the more that you can watch, the more that you're going to gather up knowledge, and probably the more questions that you're going to have pertain to that system that you can reach out to Steve and myself to have your questions answered. Second is to obviously review the 2xcredit.com website, because that gives you a little bit about my backstory. You know, my history as an entrepreneur, what happened to me on my journey that actually led me to discovering the secret world of business credit, and what the course, my path taken me over the course of time, and what I was able to do using other people's money in regards to that. And then obviously 3 is review Steve's training and the PowerPoints that he's probably emailed you. And, you know, if you haven't had access to that in the past, then definitely you want to reach out to Steve and have him send that over to you. And, you know, 4th is make sure that you attend these trainings. Make sure that you watch your emails for announcements. You know, obviously, because if you're not signed up as an affiliate, you're not going to have access to that training guide that I'm putting together. You're not going to have access to the new videos and the walkthroughs that I'm putting together and the additional information on that. Because look, I'm not sending people emails on that. You know, I want everybody to start getting used to using that affiliate system where you can access these documents and start utilizing that. And, you know, just those things together collectively should give you enough of a foundation where you can go out and share what the 2X credit system is with entrepreneurs, with business owners, new and existing business owners, somebody that's thinking about starting a business. As I mentioned earlier, anybody that's in network marketing, MLM, direct sales, start thinking outside of the box. Look, hey, if somebody's out cutting your lawn or cutting your neighbor's lawn, go and talk to them. You know, it's a simple conversation. Say, hey, buddy, you know, just start talking to them about their business. You know, the best way to strike up a conversation with any business owner is to, you know, ask them about their business. How long have you been doing this? You know, and so that. And then that's a segue into it. Well, hey, you know, what I do is I help businesses, whether you're new or existing, I help them get cash, credit, and funding for their business to help them scale and succeed by showing them how to leverage their business to do so. You know, and a lot of times I'd strike up a conversation. I used to do a lot of networking pre-COVID. And I would start the conversation with people and, you know, obviously interaction. Hey, what do you do? What do you do? Well, I help businesses get, you know, to leverage their business to obtain large sums of cash and credit for their business to help them scale and succeed. Well, you know, sometimes you come across arrogant business owners and they're like, oh, well, you know, I already got business credit. And then I started asking questions. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's great. You know, how long have you been with Dun & Bradstreet? And they're like, well, what's that? The moment somebody answers like, what's Dun & Bradstreet, or, you know, their question, well, what's a Dun's number? That right there tells me that they do not have true business credit. And they were probably deceived by the banks and led to believe that that card, that plastic card with their company name on, was business credit. When actually, in all actuality, it's tied to their personal credit, Social Security number, and probably the revenue of the business. You know, I experienced that firsthand over 15 years ago when I almost lost my business. You know, I thought I had true business credit until my credit tanked and there was no revenue coming in. And they actually shut down my lines of credit. They're like, hey, we can't let this go on. This guy's a flight risk, which I wasn't at the time. I just needed to get back on my feet. To get started, you know, some of the simplest ways to start promoting this is obviously first and foremost, reach out to your network of entrepreneurs and business owners or people that you know that would like to start a business. You know, look, I helped my 18-year-old nephew start an online business, and I showed him how to establish and build not only personal credit, but also to 2X's credit with business credit. So start thinking about those things. And it's really not that hard to promote this. You know, it's actually quite easy. You can use email, send out a text message to individuals, use Facebook Messenger, use your social media platforms that you're used to, you know, and if you're old school, just pick up the phone and call people, you know, and it's not a complicated message that you have to send or, you know, conversation that you need to have with them. And I'll send you guys some information here, but, you know, just a simple message is, hey, Joe, how's business going? You know, open up the conversation with that. I wanted to connect with you because I just partnered with this company that helps businesses to 2X credit and use their businesses to get hundreds of thousands in credit and cash funding by leveraging their business to do so. Are you available for a quick call? Yes or no? Well, hey, yes, I am. I want to know more about that. Pick up the phone and call the person right away. If no, hey, when's a great time that, you know, we can catch up and I can introduce you to this? You know, so just simple messages like that. It doesn't need to be complex and confusing. And you don't necessarily need to get them on a webinar or have them go to the landing page at 2xcredit.com. You know, I've seen a perfect world. We'd like them to do that. But hey, if you've got a great relationship with them and they, you know, they know that if you're endorsing something, that it's probably something that they want to be involved with, then just pick up the phone, shoot them a text, shoot them a Facebook Messenger, and introduce them to them. You know, obviously, once the conversation is open, then you can lead them down the funnel of taking a look at the website or watching the webinar at that point. Now, again, you You don't need to know everything about business credit or the 2X credit system in order to introduce new and existing business owners to the program. Really, you don't. Your goal as an affiliate is obviously to market it in a way that you're comfortable with, whether that is online or offline, but it's really to pique their interest about the system. And that's why it's so important that you go through the webinar, that you take a look at the 2X Credit website, that you go through the affiliate training guide when I release that tomorrow. So you know enough about the 2X credit system that you can have at least an introductory conversation and be excited about it and share your excitement and enthusiasm with the world and introduce them to that. So again, it's not complex, and you really don't want to make it complex, everybody. And then just a simple sample post that, I've used that's been effective here is like, hey, everyone, just want to let you know that I partner with a company that helps new and existing business owners 2X credit and get large credit lines of cash funded by leveraging your business. They have an amazing system that is revolutionizing the way businesses are funding and running their businesses. And connect with me to find out more information, and I'll introduce you to this amazing system. It doesn't need to be a complex sales message. You don't need to try to convey exactly what this whole system entails or includes or anything like that. Let us help you with the sell. If they want information about that, you can always connect them with us. With that, we'll walk them through the system, but we're trying to develop tools to help you promote this system, to reach out to the new and existing business owners and the entrepreneurs in America here. But we don't want you to overcomplicate things, and it shouldn't be overcomplicated. We just want you to, pique their interest enough to where they want to take a look at the website, where they want to, attend that hour webinar. And if they have any questions, be there to answer those questions. And if you don't know them from all the information that we share with you, reach out to us and get that answer. Or, say, hey, look, Jason or Steve, I've got this person that's on the fence that's very interested in this. They've gone through the webinar, they've taken a look at the website. Can you please reach out to them? Can you jump on a call with them just to explain it as the creators of the system to them? And I'd be more than happy to do so because I want to help you be successful as an affiliate. I really consider you a partner and an intricate part of the 2X credit team.
Jason, sorry to interrupt.
Sure, go ahead.
But I just want to make this big point. Guys, because of what's happening with COVID and where we're up to and where the economy is at, more new businesses are now opening their doors than ever before in this country. People feel that they no longer want to work for an employer. They want to start their own business, maybe work from home, get their freedom. Now, on every training call that we've had, Jason has let a golden nugget loose for you guys, but I'm not sure that you got it. So as a salesperson, and I've been selling for a hell of a long time, the thing that I need is a funnel, a list of people I know I can start calling and start contacting immediately. Jason, if you're a new business, do you want to tell everybody where are the new businesses registered in the state?
All right, so that's going to vary from state by state. So where I want you guys to look, if you want to contact new businesses, is that contact your Secretary of State and see if that's where the new businesses are. So just do a simple Google search, new business listing plus Secretary of State for your state, wherever that may be, Georgia, Minnesota, Hawaii, California. And if it's not there, it should be like right on the Secretary of State on that, but also check your state, like Georgia Licensing Board. Because it depends on where a new business would register that. So sometimes it's on the state level, sometimes it's through the licensing board, and sometimes it's on the county level. Like in Georgia, yes, you have to register with the Secretary of State, but it's the counties that have the information on that. So I actually have a virtual assistant that in the state of Georgia, I have her check every county and find the list, and I just make a swipe file. The swipe file, it's a simple Google Doc that, what county is, what's the direct link, when they release the new business listing. And some of them do it daily, some of them do it weekly, and some of them do it monthly on that. But those are gold because when you find something like that, you've got a whole new list of hot prospective leads that you can reach out to. Because trust me, most new business owners do not know about business credit. And if they do, they'll shut you down right away when you call. But the nice thing about these things is that a lot of these lists will include the website, a direct contact email, a phone number, and such like that. And even if they don't have that information, you can actually use resources like White Pages Premium, Spokeo, and they're just great resources to type in a company name there, copy and paste it over, and then find out that information directly on that. So use the technology that's out there. And trust me, I've actually had data scrapers for White Pages created and sort of that. So, I mean, there's a lot of different tricks of the trade to, you know, get these leads and start contacting the people. And like I said in our last training session, I'm still picking up the phone all the time and contacting new and existing business owners and developing those relationships. And I'm still doing virtual networking because to me, it's vitally important because you can pique their interest. And a lot of businesses are struggling right now. And a lot of businesses had to close because they were relying on their personal credit and their cash. And they didn't have that backup plan. They didn't have that fire extinguisher to put out the fire. And so the building burned down, their business burned down. And I really believe that's why the SBA and the Department of Labor says that over 80% of businesses fell within the first 5 years, is because these individuals are tapping out. They're draining out everything that they have access to. They're reaching out to the friends and family members and the financial institutions, and they're being shot down like I was back 15 years ago. So this really, it's, you know, it's just the same as life insurance. And the best way that I could compare what business credit is and why a business should have it is the fact, like, look, you need business insurance, you need car insurance, you need homeowners insurance, you need medical insurance. You don't have it because you're expecting your house to burn down or your vehicle to crash, or you're going to lose your job, or, you know, you're going to get sick with cancer or anything like that. You have that in place should you need it. Now, I'm not telling people to go out and just max up a bunch of, you know, business credit and just go and buy, you know, Porsches and stuff with that. You know, utilize it for your business to scale and grow it, and utilize it for emergencies should you need it. You know, because the 2X credit system is not just for one business, you know, and I never recommend, when I'm talking with an entrepreneur, if I'm coaching a business owner, I start talking about the business that they have at hand. But part of the conversation is, hey, what's your goal? How many other businesses do you plan on opening? You know, what other ideals do you have germinating in your head, floating around there? Because ultimately, 2Xing your credit is one thing. But if you can 2X your credit and then multiply how many businesses you own and you're establishing building business credit for, that's where you get into the large sums of money, you know, the 500,000, the million, the $2 million, because you have multiple businesses that you're establishing and building business credit on. Do you think the wealthy out there only have one business? They only have their hands in one cookie jar? No, they have several businesses. And trust me, they have, and they're building or have built business credit on each and every one of them. And those businesses are working together. And that's part of what we reveal inside the 2X credit system. I really do reveal some of the greatest secrets of the wealthy inside of this. No, but I'm going to get off on my soapbox on that. You know, that will be part of the affiliate training guide. I include this in there. I also show you different things to say and what not to say when you're corresponding with a new or existing business owner.
Jason, sorry, can I just add to what you said? You know, listening to what Jason said, I was writing notes, but I wasn't writing them for me. I was writing them as if I was you listening to this for the first time. So I've done a lot of selling, guys, and I'm telling you, one of the quickest ways to make a lot of money is not to bother with the onesies and twosies, but go for the leverage and go for the bigger numbers. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that if I was selling this program, which I am doing, I would team up with guys that sell business insurance. Who are the clients that you've been to see that you couldn't insure because they haven't got business credit? Who are the ones that you have been to see? Can I have a list? Can you give me some names? People who buy and sell businesses, huge, absolutely huge. Not so much for the selling aspect, but the buying aspect. Hey, Mr. Smith, do you mind if I put a note on your website that when you buy a business, you know, we can help you with the business credit side? There's franchisee sellers. Don't think that just because you've got people who bought a franchise, they've got business credit, because I have a friend who sells franchises and he always tells me 9 out of 10 people buy the franchise with their own money. Now, franchisees are a huge target, guys, because they tend to buy more than one franchise. Bear that in mind. So they will have a number of businesses. Business credit will work outstandingly for them. So think a lot about leverage. Jason spoke about MLM. If you know anybody who's an MLM, who's a team leader, Jesus, they could get this for the whole team. So leveraging while you're selling is very, very important. I just wanted to add that, guys. Right. Sorry, Jason. I didn't mean to
No problem. I just want to add to what Steve just said and then add something else in regards to that. Absolutely in the franchise, and I'll tell you why. So my best friend, another English guy. I actually like English guys. They're great guys. So this is my best friend. He owns
surrounded by them, brother.
He owns a Maid Brigade cleaning service up in Minnesota. He owns several territories. He bought the franchise with his own cash. I was just up there visiting him a couple of months ago, and we had the conversation about business credit. He's like, I'll have to admit, I've been using my personal cash and credit, and stuff like that, and I've never done anything with my business credit. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You've known what I've done for all these years, and you never reached out to me. And you've got certain relationships that look, he is my best friend, but he's English. He's not an open book like Americans are. So I'm like, look, we need to get you started on that. But so Steve is absolutely correct. A lot of these franchise owners they're so used to using that. Not only that, but one of my business coaches, we were talking about the 2X credit program, and he's like, look, I just started a corporation and I've never built business credit. So we're definitely going to buy your program and go through that. So this is the coach that I pay. At least now I get some of my money back here. Okay. So another thing on that is that there are literally hundreds, if not thousands of network marketing MLM companies out there. All you have to do is do a Google search for a list of MLM or direct sales or network marketing companies out there, and you'll get a list of hundreds of that. Then you take that list and you go to the social media and the Facebook groups, and you find out the groups that are promoting this, and you try to get into those groups. And you strike up conversations with people, get to know their business, stuff like that. Yes, some of them are going to try selling you and recruiting you, but at the end of the day, you're doing this to obviously recruit them and sell them on the 2X credit system. And all honesty, a true business owner and entrepreneur, this is a no-brainer. $1,500, $2,500 to find out how I can 2X my credit, shift away from using my personal credit and maxing that out and all the problems that can come with that, and come over here and get tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands if I play my card right and I use the system correctly. It's a no-brainer. It's a win-win situation in regards to that across the board. But there are ways of finding that, and that's what Steve and I are going to do. We're going to share our strategies that have been effective and work for us with you, because again, we want to help you succeed in this. This is really a partnership, and so anything that we can offer you, any insight on what's working, what's not working, what we tried, then we'll share that with you. So, and that's my commitment to you. Steve, do you have anything to add there?
No, other than to say one thing, guys. I can't speak for Jason because he's got an awful lot going on, but I can speak to me. So if you guys want anything, or you've got any questions, or you want to reach out to me, the best time to get me is after 7 p.m. California time. So my phone number, you might want to write this down in case you haven't got it, 818-620-5317. And if I'm not available, leave a voicemail. I promise either myself or Jason will get back to you within about half an hour maximum. So don't get stuck. Don't sit there feeling frustrated. I want you to understand that Jason and I are here to make sure that you succeed. Not us, because we know our stuff. We've got everything in place. We want happy people working for us. We want people who are, really motivated and really want to go for it. If you need help, we're here for you. I just can't stress that highly enough, guys.
All right, Steve, we've got some questions here that I want to go ahead and answer. Rob, I'm going to be running Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn campaigns this week, as well as blog posts. Are there any forum sites, etc., that you want us to avoid?
Yeah, my fans.
Not really, but yes and no. I mean, there's the shady sites out there, but what I do want everybody here is that, just don't go out and just try promoting something, because we want to make sure that we're reviewing what you want to post. That's why we put together banners and such like that. So Rob, why don't you reach out to me tomorrow and let's connect. Let's do a quick 10-15 minute session, and we'll talk about the best way to set up the Facebook, Instagram, and the LinkedIn campaigns, and make sure that you hit the ground running the right way with that. And then we'll put together a list of blog posts, forums, and stuff like that you should avoid. There are some out there, obviously the ones that are just filled with a bunch of spam and everybody's trying to sell everybody on this and that. We want to avoid those because we don't want to be grouped in with sites like that. So I'll put together a list on that, but definitely connect with me. Reach out to me at jason@2xcredit.com. I'll send you my contact info. As a matter of fact, everybody write this down. Please don't be blowing up my phone. I got a 1-year-old daughter that, that I spend time with. So you can go ahead and text me or call me at 612-239-2201.
Just a quick note on that, by the way, Rob. I absolutely love your question. I love it to death. It means you're ready to go. You're raring. You just want to start. I love that. I love that enthusiasm, man. I hope all of you feel the same way. So great question. Loved it.
Absolutely. And we're gonna get you the tools here. We're gonna get you the training to make you to ensure that you are successful with this program. So
can I answer the next question, Margaret? Okay. So the answer probably at this moment in time is no. Let me explain to you why. It's not the problem of them living in a different country and promoting in this country. The problem is the payment of the commission. So if they're living in another country, that suggests they have another currency, which means to pay them will be complex, which means to 1099 them at the end of the year is going to be complex. So my answer on behalf of me and Jason is, at the moment, sadly, the answer is no. Unless, and this is the unless, Margaret, you want to get this guy working for you. So in other words, we pay you and you pay him. That is an option. But for someone outside of this country, no, we can't do that at the moment because of the tax situation. Does that make sense? And also we want to make sure.
Okay.
We also want to make sure that we keep compliance in terms of the IRS. So, as I said, unfortunately, the answer sadly is no at the moment, but you can arrange something to work with him. Okay. Matt, I'm going to answer this one as well, Jason. Are the trainings the same time each week? No, they're not. And I apologize for doing it at a weekend. I know people have got stuff on. Usually we do it during the week, but Jason and I wanted a couple of days more because we wanted to fix some of these, or Jason wanted to fix some of these links. So normally, the normal time for training, I think we're going to settle on, is Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I will confirm that sometime this week. So yeah, if you say
definitely, we'll be consistent with that. But again, we wanted a little bit more time to work on things and have more things prepared for you guys. Again, there's a lot of wheels in motions right now, guys, and just you're going to see this evolve to become something that it started off as a seed and it's going to become a mighty oak tree, and that's the only way that I can put it. And the main company that it's Phoenix Prosperity Network that is backing here, and the reason for that I chose Phoenix for that company is because I believe that everybody within them has the seeds of greatness. They just need to plant it, water, germinate it, and that's exactly what's happening here with the 2X credit system. I actually put this, the whole thing on a shelf. I'm like, I'm not going to share this knowledge with the world. This is myself. I'm making money. People are consulting. They're getting coaching from me in regards to this. And then Steve reached out to me. Serendipity. Steve reached out, asked the question. I'm like, look, I was going to work on this. I was working on these several other projects and companies, but tell you what, it's time to take that off the shelf and actually create it and bring it into life. And so you guys are seeing, you know, that one message where it's come to this point. And look, every day when something new is added to this, and just what Steve and I have planned for add-ons, and, you know, just really making this a massive movement on helping people to 2x their credit. You know, you guys are, not to use this term, but you're on the ground floor here, and you really are to some exciting things here. So just stay tuned, and there's going to be a lot that's coming down the pipe. Steve, keep the questions coming. Then we got Len.
Got Len's question is next, Jason.
What's that?
Len's question is next.
Right. So when and how often are the public webinars scheduled? Steve asks me that question all the time. So next week will be the final thing to get all the bugs and tweaks out of the system, because, you know, again, technology isn't always our friend. And when you're putting multiple systems together, you know, as far as the affiliate system, the funnel system, and then the back end members area and stuff like that, and just the tracking, and, you know, if anybody's ever done online marketing, the Facebook tracking, the pixels and everything else like that, it takes a few days to get everything set up. But so next week will be the day to finalize that, and then after that, probably early, like towards the end of next week and over the weekend, we're going to start promoting it, and we will probably be doing a consistent webinar on Wednesday or Thursday. Again, we don't have the training finalized, set in stone yet. So we're going to go between Wednesday and Thursday on finalizing that, because we need to figure out what day we want to do the live webinars, but we will be consistently doing those at least once a week. Not next week, but the following week, we will be consistently doing it once a week, and that's my commitment. So Steve, you can hold me to that. Everybody in this, you know, this Zoom session right now can hold me to it. But look, we've got it down to an hour right now. And so with the sales process and that's and Q&A, we should be at a good hour and a half with that, which is a great place to be for the webinar strategy out there. So yeah.
And guys, just so you know, and so you understand, I know Jason and I talk about this a lot, and I'm not sure whether you guys are with this, but we have the evergreen webinar. So if they don't want to wait until a live webinar comes to play, you can always send them a link, which we will give you, to the evergreen webinar, which is an hour long. So, you know, you don't have to wait for a live webinar for people to sign up. Now, what I would say is, and I say this in all the training materials and everything, if you do get a client on the webinar, or you do get a client who does the evergreen webinar, the most important thing for you to do to earn money through this system is to follow up with them. So at the end of the webinar, you give them a bit of time, you call them back. Hey, John, how was the webinar? Were there any good things you got out of there? Are you doing all that sort of stuff? Because this is a real game changer. So in other words, if they haven't signed up at the end of the webinar, you're following up and you want to know why. Now, you might get answers like, hey, I can't afford it, in which case you shouldn't really be in business, to be honest with you, because we're only talking about $1,500. So if you can't afford a simple coaching plan, then you probably shouldn't be in business in the first place. And again, just to reiterate, if you need Jason and I's help to close them after they've watched either an evergreen or a live webinar, send us a text, tell us when the call's going to be, and we'll be on that call for you if you need that help.
Yeah,
so again,
absolutely. And I want to emphasize that I'm not just going to jump on the phone for anybody. You know, I'm not going to walk through the entire system for somebody. First and foremost, my time is more valuable than that. The $1,500 is not worth, you know, me spending a half an hour trying to sell them and walk them on the system. You know, I'm only available after somebody has gone to the website and they've watched the webinar in regard.
Both of us, Jason.
What's that? Yeah,
both of us. You and
you know, because our time is worth a lot more. Your time is worth a lot more. We don't expect you to, you know, explain the whole system to individuals. Look, that's why we're creating different creatives, like ads, webinars and stuff like that. That's why we're spending the time to do that. So it's available for somebody to watch. Then if they're interested after that, or they have questions, then yes, if you can't answer those, then I'll make myself available. Steve will make yourselves available, but it's not going to be like, hey, here's Jason's cell phone number. Please do not do that. That's for you as an affiliate to contact us, text us, ask us questions, a brief call in regards to that. If it's something more extensive, save it for the training to answer it in a group forum where we can, you can ask the question and we can answer it at that time.
Right.
Just then we got,
Do
go ahead.
interested parties need to register for the webinar, Jason?
Right, I saw that, interested party. Oh, okay, so I missed one.
Yeah, they do. Can I quickly answer that, Len? Yes, they do. And should I tell you why? Yeah, of course I should. Okay. Understand that when somebody registers for our webinar, they also go on to what you would call probably a mailing list, because there are a number of follow-up emails that we're going to send them. Hey, just like I send you guys, hey, the training or the webinar is going to take place in an hour or in half an hour or 10 minutes. What's your text number? We'll text you there. And also for follow-up emails. So in other words, let me give you an example then. You refer John Smith to a webinar. He goes on the webinar. He doesn't sign up. You call him back. He still won't sign up. He's going to be on our mailing list. So he's going to get regular emails from us. And eventually he will sign up because he'll see the benefit. So yes, it's absolutely in your interest to get your clients registered because they stay as your clients. And if we close them, they're your clients and you get commission for them, even if it's 6 months after you've spoken to them.
Yep. And that's absolutely why it's vitally important that you sign up as an affiliate through our system and you use your affiliate link inside there. There's banners, there's going to be text, there's going to be HTML. Everything is attached to your affiliate link. So when you send off an affiliate link to your associate, and I don't care if they watch the webinar or not, I do and I don't. And the reason that I make that statement is, look, what's key here is that they clicked on your affiliate link and it brought them to the website where they signed up for the webinar. If they sign up for the webinar, two things occur. One, they obviously have to enter their name and their email. Once that's entered, then we plug them into an autoresponder series full of emails. And if you guys would like to see how that works and operate, go and sign up for the webinar yourself. You're going to start receiving those emails automatically. They're just, general, hey, thanks for signing up, yada, yada, yada. Oh, by the way, your webinar is this time. Make sure you attend. An email is sent out before that. Then a follow-up on that, so we have different pixels in place that, if they didn't watch the webinar, then obviously they're sent an email and saying, hey, or also an SMN that basically, hey, we saw that, you came on the webinar, but you left early. Was there something wrong? Did you miss something? Here's a replay link. So there's different points of contact pertaining to that. But also on the sign up, they have an option to put their phone number where they can receive SMS, which plugs them into another autoresponder series in regards to that. So we're trying to capture their information so we can be in front of them several times. So they know about the 2X credit system and they're constantly reminded of how it can benefit them. So that's how our emails are designed, is to, entice them, to intrigue them about the 2X credit system and show them the benefits as a business owner of what 2X in their credit and being able to leverage their business credit can do for their business on that. So, you may have people that obviously, look, you've shared enough information with them. They've got their credit card out, they're ready to go. Then that's where you want to get in touch with us directly. We can process that payment, but we would like, to make sure that they do know enough information about that. But if you feel confident in your sales approach with them, giving them enough information, then, there's a way that we can connect that. We would like them to watch the webinar at least, but that's up for everybody and that's on a personal level, and we'll make the final call on that. So just to clarify, so we can just drive leads to the SaaS funnel. I know it's sales funnel and not have to sell them. Absolutely. Yeah. again, there's people that basically want to, you know, pick up the phone, contact people, and do a sales approach that way. But you can do it online. That's where, again, I emphasize going through the affiliate system, grabbing your affiliate link, and sending people to the funnel, to the webinar for that, or to the website. Now, right now, if you send them directly to the 2X Credit website, it's $24.97. They go through that funnel on it, but it does have enough information about my story, about what business credit can do for them and what's included with the system, that anybody that's in business, if you read that, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I definitely need that. But because they clicked on your affiliate link, it places a cookie in their system and you're going to get credit for that. Also, one thing I do recommend as affiliates out here, if there are people that you are referring over to a link that maybe you know on a personal level and you want to send them to a website or you want to send them to the webinar, just make sure that you make a list of their names and their contact information on that, just in case they come back and say, hey, Joe, you know, let's say they didn't click on your link, or let's just say there's a problem with the system where maybe they purchased and the commission didn't register. Well, you can compare notes. And if you know that they obviously made the sell and it's not showing up in the affiliate system as far as a commission earned on that, then just reach out to us and we're going to rectify that for you. So that's, again, why it's so important to use the funnel system. Use your link to direct them to the webinar, to direct them to the landing page at 2xcredit.com. Does that make sense, everyone? Please type in yes if that does. We have Matt Bernard, awesome idea about business insurance. Definitely. Rosario, thank you. Greg Hahn, Steve, is that your cell phone number so we can text you? Steve, Matt, thanks. Rob D, I need to jump off here. Thanks for the great info. Rob, no problem. Len, I would be disappointed if it was any other than that. What you decided, Steve. Thank you for the details. Matt, I have to jump off in 10 minutes. Will you send the recording out? This has been awesome. Yes, we will make this recording available. Sorry, yes, Matt, Bernard. I don't see any other questions. Is there any other questions? If not, guys, we can call this a wrap for the night.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you for your time. Again, if there are any people on this call that haven't signed up, just to go through the list again, Cole Reeves, Gregory Hahn, Luke Semino, Manuel Hernandez, Pete Hubbard, Teresa Blaze, and Thomas McElveny have still not signed up. So if you could sign up as soon as possible, guys, that would help you and it would definitely help us. All right, guys, thank you for your time. Thank you, Jason, yet again for everything that you do. Have a great day, everybody. And thank you very much, Rosario. Thank you. All the best from Palm Springs. Have a great day, guys. Take care. Good night.
Everybody have a great night. And remember, 2X your credit.
Bye-bye.